Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something a little bit different today. I don't have a huge amount of time to record, there's a lot going on, but I fancied some modern warships, so we're going to do a bit of an operation. So we work in cooperation with some other players to defeat probably a rather large, overwhelming force of enemy ships who are commanded by the computer. So we have to get a lot of transport aircraft, or transport ships, to the relative aerodromes, but we could have some issues. We're pretty split up in terms of where we are, so we need to get to these aerodromes pretty quickly, but we're going to encounter some pretty tough resistance, I think. I actually haven't done this operation before, so this will be fun for me to kind of explore it for the first time with you. There's our first kind of ship over there, and of course we are playing as the best World Warship ship, the King George V. The best one because that's the highest tier I've got so far, tier 7. So it feels like a perfect time to use it, especially as you have to have a tier 6 or above for these kind of operations. We're not going to be able to get over there, we're nowhere within reasonable distance. I'm going to cut down, maybe try and meet up with these guys down here, but we've got to save these forts at a hurry. The problem is I'm a battleship, I'm quite slow. But the main thing is we need to just escort transport aircraft to the relevant areas. There are all these forts and kind of aerodromes of here which we don't want to lose, that's for sure. We might just be able to do some work over there, although it is a destroyer, so it's going to be moving incredibly quickly and it's very far away. But we have a good selection of ships here, tier 7s, tier 8s and one tier 6, the Pensacola down there at the bottom. We still haven't seen any other ships yet, but these things can change quite quickly. Oh, there's a ship or two. The Omaha over there. We will change our firing direct. Oh, hang on, we're seeing ships all over the side. The New York, that's probably more of a priority for us as a battleship to deal with. I think those guys will be okay with the Omaha up there, or at least I hope they will be. Just trying to get a view of that New York. There it is. Oh, there's Indianapolis. Oh, there's a lot of ships here, my word. Let's start turning away, otherwise we're going to be broadsided them by them with all anything. It's going to go badly wrong. I severely misjudged your speed. That's okay. So this is an operation I haven't actually done before, so we could be in for a huge amount of trouble here. We are slightly out of position against a large amount of ships. We do have some friendly ships nearby, but they're still quite far away in the grand scheme of things. We're taking a bit of a pounding. We're going to try turn our broadside away, I think. We've got a fire and a turret down, so we will repair, even though that's probably not the best idea. There's a huge amount of ships there, more than I can reasonably deal with without the help of the other ships nearby. But we're taking absolute pounding here. See if we can do some damage there. We need to get out of here because we're in a lot of trouble. I'm hoping those guys will focus on someone else for the time being. Sometimes there is the opportunity for repairs, although I don't know if there will be here. I don't want to turn into a full broadside because I feel that's going to go badly wrong, but I do want to try help these guys down in this part of the world. Because they're all cruisers and going up against battleships, they'll very much struggle, I think. I'm not playing very well, it seems, but I do enjoy these kind of operations. They're a fun difference. There's the Dallas there, which we could probably go after, although I think someone else might finish that before we do, so we can probably have some better things that we can go after, in all honesty. Maybe we'll go after that New Mexico there, although I think most, if not all of those, hit the mountains, so that was a good shot from me. We'll go to that Wyoming. It's quite far away, but maybe we might be able to get some fight on it. We will also repair our health. There's the Atlanta over there, but I think the friendly Leon should be able to do something without... should be able to deal with that. We set that Wyoming on fire. I don't know if he's going to heal up. It looks like he is. He's going to heal up from that fire. I want to smash that Indianapolis as soon as it comes around the corner, which it is going to do. Like there. Although we are using high explosive, not armor piercing, which would have been better, I think, but that should do a good amount of damage. We've taken out a good amount of his systems, but I think again he will heal that up. That's a big hit from the New Mexico coming in. Possibly the Wyoming. We'll have to be a little bit careful of those 3 battleships over there, that's for sure. We're not the first dead, but we could have some issues here. We do need to deal with these ships in the distance, that's for sure. You're actually going the other way than I thought you were. That might have been a bit too ambitious, but we'll see. We'll see if that follows. You're firing at me again. Let's see if we can dodge these slightly, just by subverting expectations. Okay, now let's preferably turn away. I mean that. Oh goodness, I think we're gonna have a crash with the Shimanto here, but we should be okay. Hopefully, let's go there. Let's keep trying to set that New York on fire. I don't know where the rest of these transport aircraft are. I'm guessing, okay, they'll be coming in there from there soon, so we need to kind of protect them as best possible. We've set the New York on fire, that is excellent. But we still have a lot of damage to tank yet, and we are, I think, actually not doing as well as I have been in some other operations when I've just been playing of my own accord. But let's keep laying into that New York if we can. The New York is a pretty damn good ship, especially when partnered with a New Mexico and a Wyoming. Prince Eugene there, you're gonna crash in a second. Ooh, we got away with it. Looks like we just got away with it. Let's keep firing at that New York. I want to try get that out, because that's probably the one which is closest to death, at least at the moment. But it is high steaming out of there. A lot of our shots are going to miss, so we'll have to kind of work on that a little bit better. We do have a couple of torpedo bombers coming from our aerodrome, which is useful. We are going to need to deal with these guys, but we are firing from quite a distance, clearly so that we can hopefully try avoid any mishaps going forward. That New Mexico, I think we can have a go at from a distance. We'll try there. That might be not quite as good as I needed to, but we've still got a lot of work to do. We do have someone on fire. I think it is that New York over there. We set Charlie 1 on fire, the New Mexico, which is good. And we'll go back to the New York now that he's taken out his fire. Of course, battleships can repair their health, so we need to be aware of that. There we go. We'll give that a go. I think we'll be okay. Some of our ships are suddenly very badly damaged. Those guys over there. There is some healing over there, I'm guessing, by those plus signs. I've got to imagine that's what that is. I want to try and protect this ship over there, although it does kind of look like it's not really... Oh no, he is moving. I thought he might be AFK, but someone just took a big whack out of that New Mexico. We did just lose one of our friendly ships. Let's see if we can continue to pummel that New York and get him out of the game. He is repairing his health, so I'd like to be able to negate some of that if possible. They're now kind of turned away from us, although that New Mexico might not be. Let's fire at him. Do we have the support of the Ignacio Allende? I've probably butchered that, I do apologise. Seems like we do. But we're going to try do a bit of a pincer movement for the guys over there. I suppose you could call it a bit of a crossfire. That might be a little bit too far ahead. We saved some air groups, which is good. We're doing okay for the moment, but we've still got I think a long way to go before we are successful. Let's maybe not go around that corner unnecessarily. Although they are kind of turned away from us. Let's see if we can get a... Okay, the primary task is completed as well. Excellent. Is there more to go?
Warship commanders.
No.
Aircraft have arrived.
Okay. Do not let the enemy destroy the aerodrome while transport aircraft are being serviced. We are going to turn around because otherwise we're going to come into quite significant fire. And we also... Oh my goodness, that's not a good place to be. Okay, we're going to get around the side of this island. I'd rather take on the New York and the Wyoming than what's behind me. I know they're only cruisers, but we're going to have to do our best to... Let's see if we can turn around and help this poor stricken cruiser. We're going to have to turn around ourselves. I should be able to batter these cruisers as long as we survive long enough, which is potentially not going to happen. But I need to try to save this guy if I can. These guys have some pretty significant health, and they're going to just continue pummeling with. They're going to continue pummeling us with high explosive. I imagine they're going after the cruiser first, but as soon as that cruiser's done, they're coming after us. I also imagine they're going to be trying to torpedo us. Maybe. Luckily, we do have some friendly enemy aircraft here from the aerodrome, and that's a couple of Citadel hits. Excellent. That'll be the Pensacola dealt with, thanks to the aerodrome providing us some air support. That's one fire. I can't really afford to repair just for one fire because we could well get a second fire. That Omaha is probably the next target, just to get him out of the game. And then afterwards we can go for that Pensacola. But I really can't afford to repair for just one fire. My hope is that we can batter the Omaha there, and we can. Excellent. We are going to heal though, because we're going to need it. We do have some friendly help, also from those guys over there, which is excellent. But we are taking some hits. I really don't want to heal up just yet, but we might have no choice. Let's see if we can take out that Omaha and then turn as quickly as possible. I did. Oh, we didn't take out the Omaha. That's annoying. I don't know if we're going to have the health to survive this, especially when we've got the Wyoming over this side as well. Let's see if we can do some damage to that Pensacola before we die, which we probably will here in a second. Oh, with two fires, we will definitely die here in a second. Let's see if we can get that Omaha down before we die. And oh, we're close. We should get that on a fire. We'll send in some shots anyway, and that's us down. But we did take out the Omaha in the meantime. We got a good amount of damage. 95,000 there, you can see in the top right, as well as some damage against aircraft. We did need to get to that repair area. We didn't get there in time, unfortunately. But we will see how the other ships here do. They've got to defend the aerodrome for a decent amount of time. There is some pretty tough ships coming in here. We've got a Ranger, a Whitaker, Pensacola, Colorado, and a Dallas. Obviously, the Ranger being an aircraft carrier could provide some complications. Looks like everyone's just going for a heal at the moment, but that could go badly wrong if they're all bunched behind there. But they do definitely need some heals as Tirpitz. And the Shamanto are definitely pretty badly damaged. I probably could have got there a little bit sooner had I been thinking a bit better, but I was sandwiched between two separate aircraft carrier groups, or two separate ship groups. There is the Farragut and the Nicholas over there that they're going to have to deal with as well. I don't know if they're going to manage it. I think this will be a new mini-series. We're going to do all the operations. I think there's about 7 or 8 of them, so it's not going to be on a regular schedule, but I think it will be. They're a fun little series to do, and they're fun to try play. We will try alternate the ships I have, although I think I have 2 or 3 ships which I can actually use for operations, because they do have to be tier 6 and above. But this will be a fun little mini-series to try, I think, and I've been craving some World War. I like warships. I like naval combat, and this is a very good game to simulate kind of ship combat. I would also like to do kind of more historically, kind of back in the day ship combat. Like with man of wars, sloops, whatever's available really. And there are some games like that, but none with the kind of the quality of the battles that this one has. There is some better kind of strategical games, which I might well try, but in terms of kind of the actual combat, I think these ones are better. I think we might have some issues here soon, just looking at the amount of ships coming in from that western area. Obviously we can only see a couple of them at the moment, but they're going to start coming in pretty heavy force soon. Really what we need to do is I think this is not a question of winning the battle, or certainly not of destroying all the ships. Oh, look at that. There go the planes. But to just defend the aerodrome for as long as possible. We've got to defend it for another 4 minutes. And I think if we hold the aerodrome, that'll be it. So most of these ships here are just trying to stay within healing range, which is a good idea. And here's our friendly cruiser who we were fighting with over the other side. I'm a little concerned because there is a destroyer just around the other side of this island, and if they come out, they're going to be battered by torpedoes. And there seems to be a bit of a crash here between the Tirpitz and the Prince Eugene. Unfortunate, but I don't think there's any actual damage that they do. But they are providing a good clump for the enemies to target. Suddenly the Tirpitz is in very big trouble with 2 fires. I think you can have a total of 4, although you can narrow that down with some of your captain skills down to 3 fires. It doesn't particularly matter if the ships die, but the aerodrome has to survive. It's got to survive for another 2 minutes and 58 seconds. So these ships here are just trying to buy time. Although I don't think the Leon has been doing very well. And he's kind of been hiding behind those forts and firing out when he needs to. But he's decided to come out to deal with these ships, especially the Pensacola and the Wichita. I'm going to pronounce that awfully. But never mind. There is also this... they do also... Oh, Iowa, that's a tough ship. Iowa, I think it's a tier 9 or maybe a tier 10. Looking at the amount of health it's got, I'd say it's a tier 10. In terms of destroying all the ships, I don't think it's going to happen, but if they can just survive long enough... All the Tirpitz is on very low health, 144. And if you can get back in, it might be able to heal itself. And it will be able to heal itself, but if it takes one salvo, it's going to die, especially as our ships are kind of crashing against each other. Oh no! Just survive long enough to defend the aerodrome, that's all you need to do. The still doing cage, just need 1:46. This is one I'd never done before, so I was trying to work out what we needed to do. The Leon here is kind of going on a very noble charge to try and buy time for the aerodrome. Kind of destroying the fire. He's going on a headlong charge. We might even see a ram if we're lucky. I don't think we will. Oh, we might do actually. Are they going to go for the ram? Oh, he's going for the ram! Oh, he missed! Oh no! He was trying to ram, but oh no, he's going to ram the Iowa. Go for it, lad. Go on. Oh no! He died right before the Iowa. He died right before ramming the Iowa. Oh, that would have been spectacular to watch. It would have been absolutely spectacular to watch. Now the real question is, can the aerodrome survive long enough? There's only 3 ships left. We'll watch from the aerodrome here. If we lose the aerodrome, that's it. Oh, that would have been amazing if he managed to ram the Iowa. Unfortunately, he died right at the last second. The Tirpitz and the Shimanto are close to death. It's actually going to be our ally, the Ignacio Allende, who's going to be the last alive, I think. 30 seconds, lads. You just have to survive 30 seconds. Don't just get behind the island and pray. Get behind the island and pray. Those are some good torpedoes. Those might hit the Iowa for a pretty nice sum. We just lost our last 2 ships. 17 seconds. That's going to be some good hits on the Iowa. It's not going to kill it, but it's going to do a damn large amount of damage. I think if all our ships die, then that's it. So that ship then needs to survive for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and operation complete. That was a close one, that's for sure. Blimey. Operation completed. With only 1 ship still standing in the defence there. Kind of a rearguard defence to buy time for our ship, for our aircraft to disembark or to depart. The Ultimate Frontier has been completed. We did 95,000 damage, we got 48 target hits, 11 incapacitations, 1 destroyed, 9 fires, 5 citadels, 2 target hits, and 4 spotted. Not bad at all. Good amount of stars, some credits. I think we would have come fairly low within the whole team, but I'm happy to get over 1,000 score. So we weren't too bad within that upper group of ships, especially as all the ships above us were tier 8, whereas we were only tier 7. So I'm pretty happy with that, all things considered. This here has been World Warships. More operations to come very, very soon indeed. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.